Hey guys, welcome back to Ferro Iron and Customs. This week we're doing something a little different. This is Friday night in shop. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to record this or what I'm doing. I'm going to do like Puddin says, I'm shooting from the hip. So first thing we're going to do is focus. Try to get parts ready for this rear end, get it off of these sawhorses so I can get them out of the middle of the shop. I did do a little bit of cleaning. I need to move this amp because it's still in the way, and that's it. We're supposed to have some rain come through and hopefully cool some things off. It has been a scorcher in North Carolina this week. 115 degree not temperatures, but they say it feels like it's 115 degrees, and it has. So anyway, I'm gonna get on this and we're going to see where we're going to go. We're going to try to work until about midnight and see what happens. Alright guys, I'm trying to talk over that fan. It is hot. Like I said, I've had way more than enough time to get the right axle bearings, and as you can see right there, I noticed this while I was cleaning up. We got a little bit of pitted rust there, so we're going to go ahead and order new axle bearings before we put axles in. But that doesn't mean that I can't clean up the backing plates, and I can't put the calipers on because I'm planning on rebuilding the calipers. And if you've never seen a caliper rebuilt, I was going to show y'all how to rebuild calipers. So let me get the backing plates cleaned up, and that may be as far as I can go on the rear end tonight, is getting the backing plates cleaned up and put back on. So let's get to it. Alright guys, I got this side put together, and I just kind of shot some paint in there. I'm going to have to come back, and these are the pads. I don't know if you can see those. There's a couple of them. And on any brake drum assembly, these are their pads your brakes ride on. So as soon as that paint dries, I'm going to take and just polish, sand that little bit of paint off, and we're going to go from there. So I'm not going to get real hurried about putting this back together tonight. Like I said, I want to get that paint dry, get that sanded up, and I'm going to have to wait on these bearings to show up. I'm just going to order them. I think last time I checked on them, it was I could buy them for less if I ordered them. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to do without the fan running, because it's still very hot. But we're going to do is grab the right side, and I may be missing the right side. We'll look in the pile over there in a minute. The little pads that the brake shoes slide on us, you need to keep up with those. I don't think let's go look at the box anyway. Alright guys, I already set those pieces aside. I actually found them in the differential cover housing. Not differential cover housing, the differential housing cover. They're actually inside the car, so no worries there. A matter of fact, I probably need to go find a little box to put all these parts in on each side so that nothing gets drug off by a certain little fuzzy white dog. So the next thing is I'm going to take this side apart. I was going to I wanted to do the other one first. It's been a while since I've messed with any of these. Show you how I did this. Alright, I don't know how well y'all can see that. When I order those bearings, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get myself a tripod, because I don't know where my good one is. These are a pain in the ass. That one actually came out really well. But what you have to do, it's got a slot that lines up with one of them, and that one's easy. The other two you have to get mashed in at the same time. And usually what I try to do on these is mash one in, cock it to the side, but you have to keep enough pressure on the one at the top that it doesn't get out of whack, and then mash the other one in, and you can usually fudge it out of there that way. So we're gonna have to keep, we're gonna do our best to use, well, we're going to have to figure out how to make those work with the car. Shouldn't be really hard. We may have to have some more Explorer parts to make it work, but you know, no big whoop. What I did to get the shoes off of this thing was grab the spring. It's got 2 springs, and just try to grab the outside one. And one way or the other, and you just unhook a spring. There may be a tool for doing this, I'm not sure. I don't know that I ever did. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I have done a brake job on one of these at some point. But it's been 20 years since I've worked professionally on cars, so I just got the top spring out. The bottom one is a whole lot lighter than that, so you can just grab hold of it and pop it loose. Get it out, get your adjuster out. These adjusters, well, they're not self-adjusting, so I'm sure they're probably the same left and right. I don't know. That's a good question. Give me a second. So that one is just like, got right-hand threads on it, just like a normal bolt. And the one on the other side, also has right-hand threads on it, just like a normal bolt. So, I mean, the only time you'd really run into that is if you had a left and right self-adjuster. You'd run into the left and right threaded adjusters for the brakes. Alright, so to get these springs off, it's got these little bastard clips on it. These little aggravating clips. I just pushed it to one side, pushed towards down with it, mashed the, I don't know if I can do this on camera or not, and squeeze the spring down and just let the pin drop out the back. So putting that back together is going to be more fun, but we're going to have them back on the rear end when we get ready to do that. That was one pin. That is bent. Maybe I should see about getting go ahead and get see if I can get a hardware kit for this. And if you need the springs for a rear brake job, that's what it's called, a hardware kit. And they should be able to get you one of those at the parts store. They have in the past. Weirdly enough, yeah, that one's bent too. Look at that. Is the camera even pointing this way anymore? Okay, can you see that? Yeah, those are both bent. So maybe I need to go on and invest in a hardware kit for this. Strangely, I dropped the other side when I was bringing it in or when we got it out of the truck or something, and bent up the backing plate. And I did it first and straightened out the backing plate. And weirdly enough, this is the one that all the hardware's messed up in. Weird. Anyway, so like I said, this may be fun to put back together when I get ready to put it back together. I'm almost certain I've never put these a set of these shoes on. It was a 98. I could have. I don't know. I very well could have. I worked in the automotive industry until 06, so I very well could have done a set of these, but I don't remember that I did. Anyway, so there we go, just popped it out. That is your actuator lever. I'm going to pull it out. It needs to go back in with the finger that way. That way the hook can hook on it. And this is actually the adjuster's 2 pieces, so you may want to keep an eye out and about how it goes together. Of course, I just took a video of it, so now I kind of know. The only thing that I wish I could take out of here, and you could, the backing plate is held to the actual caliper bracket with a pair of pop rivets. Actually, I'm not sure that they're pop rivets so much as they are. They look more like they may be a pop rivet. So I mean, you could drill them out and take it apart if you wanted to, but you know, I ain't getting into that. We're gonna clean it up, put some paint on it, and get this thing put back together. All right, guys, that's probably gonna wrap it up for Friday night. I was gonna get down here and do some more brake stuff, and I was down here and I messed with it front brakes. I haven't tried to put the rotors on yet. I was just trying to get the brackets for the caliper figured out, and I need to get the right side tire off. I need to get a floor jack, which is in the back building. I need to get it to the front building tomorrow or sometime and cycle the suspension as much as I can. So I'm running into a couple of issues. Alright, so this is the brackets. This one is just, no, this one has a bolt and a nut. I need a washer and a lock washer to go here because it's trying to hit back there. There's supposed to be a lock washer in the kit, but it's not. The bracket is trying to hit the A-arm. Well, it's not quite hitting there. And I'm not sure if that's far to lock as it needs to go or what. But something else we're running into is the caliper's really close. And if you turn it all the way to the lock, you don't want the caliper to hit the frame, or it'll lock the brakes up. And the brakes need that caliper. As this piston comes out on this side, the whole caliper goes towards the frame. So we need to make sure we got plenty of room over there. I kind of thought about doing something funky about power steering on this, so the frame is getting modified anyway. You know, the car's obviously going to be custom and not stock. So, I mean, we may take and chop a notch out of the spring pocket, since it's going to have bags on the front. I won't need this whole spring pocket. Hell, I could probably chop, you know, maybe as much as 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches out of that right in there and reshape that if I have to. And what this boils down to is this is made to work with the stock spindles, and I have aftermarket flipped uprights, so you know, we just have to deal with what we got. A little bit about these brakes. The calipers are for a Camaro. I'm not sure if it's like a mid-80s, early 90s Camaro or a later one. I'm not sure. I'd have to look the part number up and see. Seems like I ought to know. They're pretty interesting. They have a spacer built to go along in the piston to space the back pad out to for the rotors. The rotors on this thing, and these were just they got some cross drilled ones. Not that it needs them, but I think it was $10 more to buy the kit with cross drilled rotors. But the rotor is an Aerostar or Ranger rotor, I think is what it's supposed to be. That way it keeps the Ford pattern for the wheels. So that's it. That's going to be it for Friday night. And hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'll see y'all later on.